Hello, and it is hard to believe we are already almost at our winter break. We've had a great first semester. I am ready to give your December Board of Education report. First of all, under consent agenda, we have bills totaling $10,506,092.41. Also under consent agenda, we are going to approve to let bids for roof replacement at Blackburn Elementary and a portion of central office. Under Superintendent's report, I talked about, first of all, great news for Pioneer Ridge, a group of 7th grade students who are part of the Impact program. They are finalists for a Battle of the Brains competition, and they do already get $2,500 for being in the top 20, and if they are ultimately the winner, they receive $50,000. So great news for those kids at Pioneer Ridge. Also, I did report to the Board of Education that DESE has appointed a new Commissioner of Education. It is current Senator Carla Esslinger. So we are excited about her joining DESE and being our new Commissioner as of July 1st. Also, I was very happy to report that our teacher absences are down 19.56% compared to last year. This is one of the things that we are measuring regarding the 4-day instructional week. And previously I've talked about things such as our enrollment has been up, also that student attendance is up. But this is one more thing that we are measuring. And again, it is great news at 19.56% reduction in teacher absences so far. And then lastly, I did talk to the Board of Education about the current Jackson County assessed valuation lawsuit. While I did not get into a lot of the legal details regarding this case, I did want to give everyone the factual information regarding how this would impact the independent school district financially if we had to go back to the 2022 assessed valuation. So the independent school district did file a brief, or our attorneys did, and we gave the information that if we had to revert back to last year's assessed valuation and we had a collection rate of 100%, our loss of operating income, so that's how we pay for salaries for people in the school district, teachers, custodians, bus drivers, etc., how we pay the light bill, how we basically run the school district. That amount that we would lose would be $13,197,862. And again, that's at 100% collection rate. Also within the ISD, like most school districts, we have outstanding bond issues that we have to pay those bonds off. And if the AV did drop, we would have a reduction in the amount of revenue we received to pay for those bonds. That reduction would be $2,885,677. Now, I say all of this to put it into perspective about what this equates to in the ISD. Obviously, we have a very large budget, but if you look at some of our schools, what it costs to operate them, a small elementary school, it costs about $2.5 million to operate that school. And that's for everything. That's teacher salaries, that's the principal's salary, all of the custodial maintenance, the electric bill, everything associated, including capital improvements. It's about $2.5 million for a small elementary school. And then I did use the example of Truman High School. Last year, our expenditures were about $16.7 million. So if you put it into perspective of how much we would lose compared to what it costs to operate a school, you can see that our loss would be very substantial if this case were to be such that we would lose that operating revenue. Under new business, item number 1 was the approval of the 2024 legislative priority positions. This is something that we do every year, and that document can be found online with our priority positions. And we use this to give to our legislators so they know that the things that the independent school district would like to see occur, and oftentimes, based on legislation, not occur within each legislative session. Item number 2, we had the approval of the revised salary schedule for early Head Start teachers and early Head Start teaching assistants. So we are going to make a modification to the salary schedule effective January 1 for these two salary guides. And what it would do, it would add another $1.50 to the salary schedule for those positions, and particularly those that are at the Sunshine Center as well as within Truman High School, the Teen Parent Program. Item number 3 under new business is the approval to accept the bid for lead water testing at district buildings. The winning bidder was Tetra Tech, totaling $40,864. And just as a reminder to everyone is, first of all, this is mandated by state statute that we test our water for lead, and then also the district did receive a grant to pay for this. Item number 4 is the approval to accept a bid for replacement of football synthetic turf fields at Truman High School. We are going through the Sourcewell contract for this, and Mid-American Sports Construction will be the company that will be installing the turf. This bid totaled $649,842. This turf was installed in 2011. Typically with a turf field, they say 8 years. You're lucky if you get 10. So we're very happy that we actually got 11 years out of this turf at Truman. And we always want to make sure that the fields that we have are safe for our kids. And so this will be a nice addition to Truman High School. Item number 5 is the declaration of surplus items. This is something that we do quarterly here in the ISD. And typically, if you want to look at things that we're placing up for bid, you can go to govdeals.com. And then lastly on the agenda, we have the approval of the 2023 audit. I'm very excited about the audit this year. We had no material weaknesses, and that's the worst finding that you could have in an audit setting. That's a deficiency in internal controls. And then we did have what's called a significant deficiency. This is something that is smaller in nature, and we get this every year in the ISD, and that's because we had a donor many years ago that gave a substantial amount of money to our foundation for student scholarships. And this is in TVA or Tennessee Valley Authority bonds, and this was at the wish of the donor. And so we will get this audit every single year, and then we do use all of that money to fund our Phil Roberts scholarships. So with that, that is your Board of Education report. Again, we've had a great first semester, and I do want to say thank you to everyone for all of your support. It's been a great year. The 4-day week is going better than what we expected. So with that, I do want to wish everyone a happy holidays. If you're traveling, please travel safely, and we can't wait to see your student after the start of the new year. Have a great December.